Hey guys, Lord here, back again with another review, and today we'll be taking a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Black Adam movie, Black Adam with Cloak. Now before we get into it here, let's first take a look-see at both the front and the back of the packaging. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now before we get into the meat and taters of this review, Black Adam does come with a collectible trading card. Not featuring the cloak he's wearing, mind you, but a collectible trading card of the character as they appear in the Black Adam movie. Nonetheless, gotta tell you guys, looking forward to this movie. Fingers crossed it doesn't suck. But then again, Kevin Feige's dumbass isn't working on it, so that's a plus. Just bio on the back for those of you who are curious about this particular incarnation of Black Adam. You can pause and read that at your own leisure. Moving on from all that, though, that is unfortunately it for accessories, other than the McFarlane Toys hockey puck display stand that we're used to seeing in this line. Would have been nice to get some lightning effects, not gonna lie. Not sure why he doesn't have them. Probably because he comes with this big-ass cloak, which, Todd, I love you, but this time, the big rubber cape thing, nah. Look at how huge that is. Look at the weight that this thing is gonna bear based off the size. Yeah, I can tell you already, the torso joint is loose as shit on this guy. Actually, it's not terrible, but at the same time, it wouldn't be this loose if this thing didn't weigh like 10 pounds. So that's a problem. Other than that, I think this is probably the same figure as the non-cloaked version. I just wanted the cloaked version because I thought it looked cooler. That said, probably going to buy the uncloaked version just so I have one to mess around with. Because, again, this cloak is too heavy. It is way too thick. It's way too much on the figure's back. Makes him top heavy. Surprisingly, he can stand for the most part. But he will most likely be leaning against somebody on my display just so he doesn't take out a shelf of figures on me. That said, as far as articulation on this guy goes, his head can rotate pretty much at the neck there. I can actually pop this off pretty easily. And you can see that, yeah, he just has kind of the same setup as the Three Jokers Batman, Hush Batman, Dark Knight's Metal Batman. They all have a neck like this where it's just kind of a stump that goes into the torso. Not sure if the regular version is like that, but I would not be surprised if it's similar. For those of you wondering, no, you can't take the cloak off. It is glued down here in the front, which I get, that's fine, but it would have been nice if you could take it off. That way you wouldn't have this loose torso to deal with, but it is what it is. Shoulders go out to the side. Again, no detents to speak of there. Not quite sure why they put in the detents when they don't have them. It's very interesting to me. It's got a butterfly joint kind of in there, hindered by the cape. He does have bicep swivel on both sides. Pretty self-explanatory there. He's got double jointed elbows that look not the best, I'll say. Definitely has some cliffs of Dover going on in there. And then he has the just a hinge wrist, it appears, but based off how the hand is posed, that's all you need. I don't really need it to move any other way but that because they are open hands. So I'm okay with this. Some people would prefer to have the extra axes for different poses, but I think this is okay. Considering they're just open hands and not trigger hands, I think that'll work. Torso is there. You get some crunch. I mean, you get your crunch in there. But yeah, there is some major flop because of this giant cape going on. And that's not ideal at all. I may have to have Mr. Bryan go in there with some Elmer's glue and tighten up the 2 joints in that particular section, because his waist is not loose. So I wonder if this is just a thing with mine. I don't know. I'll have to watch another review. But yeah, that's pretty shit, dude. That's pretty loose considering how much weight is on the top of this figure. So hopefully it's just a weight issue and you can tighten it up yourself, but shouldn't have to. That said, his hips do kick up, back down, out to the side, back down again. He's got a little thigh cut in there, not terrible. Double joint at the knee, very kind of soft there. Particularly at the top knee. The bottom knee's got the nice crunchy detents in there, but the top knee doesn't seem to have that. Yeah, this torso is. I don't know. I don't want to replace this. I really don't, but this is super floppy. Like, you can see that, right? That's super floppy. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll give BBTS a phone call and just replace him, because that's pretty bad. Yeah. That's pretty bad. So, I don't know. What I do know is that he does have hinge in the foot with the rotation, as well as the rocker. He's got the sculpted ball joints, which in this case are kind of unnecessary because, well, he's got the big shin guard in the front, and then you're really not going to be looking at it from the back of the sides, are you? Does have a toe joint. That is tight and neutral on one side, but not the other. But I will say, this side is super ratchety compared to the other one. So I don't know what's going on with that. But that's Black Adam in a nutshell. Kind of a disappointing figure because of the cloak being so heavy. His torso is extremely loose. And I don't know if my tricks are going to fix that, so I may just contact BBTS and get another one of these. And see if that's any different. Because that's kind of unacceptable, dude. I love the Todd Father and all, but the loose joint shit, I'm getting over it. I'm getting over it real fast, because in this day and age, that shouldn't be an issue. We should be past that. It should be like other issues. Like figures not having enough paint or accessories or something because of pricing. It doesn't cost more to make the joints not freaking loose. And that's kind of where I stand as far as all that goes. But again, it could be the weight. So I'm probably going to watch a review before I make a phone call. And if it's just loose on mine, well, then I'm making a phone call. You know, all there is to it. Other than that, the figure looks really good. I didn't really do a close-up of the face there, but it looks like Dwayne. If I can get him in the frame here. Looks like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. It's not a bad likeness at all, really. It's just his torso's loose as shit, dude. And I'm not here for that. So with that being said, probably recommend the non-cloaked one, especially if this is an issue with this particular version. Again, I don't know, but it definitely makes him a little tricky to pose, that's for sure. So that being said, let's now move on and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here's our new movie Black Adam next to the only other Black Adam movie figure I will be taking a look at later this week, Dr. Kent Nelson, aka Dr. Fate. And then we also have the only other Black Adam figure I currently have from the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse line. This is the Endless Winter Collect-a-Build Frost King Wave Black Adam, who not only came with a collect-a-build piece for said Frost King, but also came with some lightning effects. So, I ask you, what's this movie one's excuse? That's what I'd like to know. And last, but certainly not least, we have our two regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulus, Livid Spawn, who's not towering over everyone today because good old Al Simmons here is about neck and neck with good old Dwayne The Rock Johnson here. So with that being said, time to wrap things up. Some final thoughts. Overall, and aside from the looseness in the torso on mine, again, I'm not sure if that's a widespread issue or not, but we'll just have to wait and see about that. I still think this is a really solid addition to the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse line. It looks like what it's supposed to look like. There's plenty of sculpt and detail and paintwork on this figure to make it really stand out on your DC Multiverse shelf, and the likeness to Dwayne The Rock Johnson is very well done. It might not be 100% perfect, but I think for the $20 price point, you can't really do much better than this. So with that being said, if you are looking to get a movie Black Adam figure, I must say maybe go with the non-cloaked version first, just to see how that one holds up compared to this one, because at this current time I'm not 100% sure on that because I only have this cloaked one here. And if you like that, then maybe pick this one up on some sort of a discount, especially if the torso joints are loose on all of them. Again, not sure if that's a widespread issue or not, but I'm going to look into that. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you are so inclined, please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know whenever I upload more reviews like this one. If you haven't already, please hit me up on Instagram at Overlord Productions. But as always, keep the comments civil, because the world sucks enough as it is, especially when a figure as awesome as this is weighed down by, well, the weight of his giant-ass rubber cape. I mean, Todd, I love you, but it's 2022, man. Time to introduce some soft goods. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.